Hey there guys, so with the release of Furiosa and Mad Max Saga, it was time to go back and rewatch all the Mad Max movies and rank them all. And I will say, each Mad Max movie is different in their own way. At last place is the one that started all, Mad Max. And I know this is a very controversial choice, but hear me out. This is a decent film in my eyes. I mean, it does have that punk rock essence to it and that raw energy. And the chase sequences alone look so real and they're thrilling to watch. But from a story perspective, it's so bizarre. I mean, the revenge plot doesn't really kick into like near the end of the film. Beforehand, there's just random things happening and some gruesome deaths. And I know this was a cheap film to make, and that's why it became like the most profitable film for a long time. But it's hard to take this post-apocalyptic world seriously when you kind of got like law enforcements that wear leather and acting really nice. And number 4 is Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Now the reason why I put it over the first Mad Max movie, because I enjoyed those first 35 minutes. From a production and set point of view, it feels and looks like a post-apocalyptic world. And I didn't mind Tina Turner in this movie. I kind of liked her in this. And I really enjoyed that over-the-top bonkers showdown between Max and Blaster. And if the rest of the movie was like this could have easily been number 1. But after that first 35 minutes, it becomes really weird. I mean, this film feels like two completely different movies mixed in together. And it becomes this like Peter Pan story, and Mad Max somehow becomes the chosen one. And it does have a decent third act action sequence, but it doesn't feel like a Mad Max movie. It feels more like a Steven Spielberg PG-13 adventure movie. At third place is the latest addition to the franchise, Furiosa and Mad Max Saga. Now, as prequels go, this is a great expansion piece to Fury Road that's a tad bit too long. Now, I love the fact we dive more into the wasteland and the factions. The action in this movie doesn't outdo the action in Fury Road, but it adds some new additions. The story itself, if you simplify it, it's a simple revenge story that's spread out to a decade, but it's still a roller coaster of a movie. At second place is Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior. This is a fast-paced, entertaining movie. It took everything that worked in the first Mad Max movie and just elevated. The wasteland is expanded and it does feel like a post-apocalyptic world. We definitely dive more into Max and his struggles. The action is intense and brutal, and you can see where Fury Road took inspiration from. On a side note, one of the villains in this movie, played by Vernon Wells, later becomes one of my favourite villains in Power Rangers, Ransik from Time Force.
If I can't rule the present, then I'll just rule the past!
So my favourite, of course, is Mad Max Fury Road. Still one of my favourite films of 2015. The energy of this movie just gets me pumped. It's visually stunning with some over-the-top action. Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron are intense throughout. The film focuses more on plot and action than characters, but George Miller crafted such a beautiful movie that zooms in on its characters, that combines with dust and dirt and storms. It has a great score. This film is just pure craziness. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, share and subscribe. Let me know, where would you rank all the Mad Max movies? Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter page, my Instagram page, my Letterboxd page, my TikTok page. You guys are awesome. I got your back.